Welcome back to a CTV News Channel presentation, Realities of Racism. Time and again, we've seen that even the country's most prominent voices are not shielded from discrimination, hate, and racial bias. Defense Minister Harjit Sajjan opened up to CTV's Molly Thomas on his experience growing up and becoming the first Sikh Canadian to lead the forces.
At what age did you realize that color matters?
As kids, we used to go berry picking every summer. And I remember there was this one older person there, he might have been in his 20s, right? He'd be berry picking, really funny. So that's how I remember him. And then one day he didn't show up. And then what we found out was that he also had a night job, and he was attacked and killed while walking through a park. And it turns out later on we found out it was actually just an attack on him because of race, and he was killed. So that's when it really kind of dawned on me as a kid, okay, if you're different, all those slurs and things that you hear can actually result in something so bad like this.
Does that, make you live in fear to an extent?
When I was younger, yes, absolutely. You know, when you're going somewhere, somebody's watching you, it's like I was equivalent of saying you're on yellow alert all the time. You can never feel that you're at ease. And in Canada, I would say that over time, we kind of felt into that, but then you'd easily kind of get back into it. And I'll be honest with you, right now, I can say in Canada, I can go for a jog with feeling quite safe. I go for a jog in Europe, I'm on yellow alert.
Let's go to 1989, just entered the Canadian Army. Yeah. What was it like, to be wearing a turban at that time?
When somebody came to our school and said that, hey, you can join, I said, what, I can join with my turban? They go, yes, you can. So I excitedly went to the recruiting center, went there, and I didn't get the same reaction. I remember going to one unit, I just sat there, no one even came to me. And then the regiment that I ended up commanding is the one that accepted me. But that was when I really realized how intense racism can be. And I remember one person to this day saying to me, I let you join my military. And just that, the position of power and privilege that he was throwing in my face. And it just upset me so much. By that time, I had enough confidence in me. I was like, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Let me ask you a personal question. You have two beautiful kids growing up in this country. Did they experience racism here?
But I was with my son going to school one day, and another kid made fun of his patka. And he got so angry. He was so angry, and he's not angry that he realized this is racism happening, or some kid made a stupid remark, right? He's upset. Why don't you know what this is? But it was a reminder to me. I said, what am I doing? So I actually it was my wife's ideas of going to their class, taking off my turban, just demonstrating, by the way, just long hair underneath, why we have it, explained to them, and I retied it in front of them. And it helped to kind of alleviate some of those issues.
What would you say to little brown kids out there, Black kids out there, Asian kids out there watching, looking up to you in this position? What would you say to them as they're dealing with racism in our country every day? You
know what, I was a kid born in a very small village. Did anybody think that would be in this position, right? Every child on this planet has a gift to offer this world.